Controversies of the day. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you are enjoying your summer. And man, oh man, so much to talk about. Hey, I don't want to talk about Epstein. I like Epstein to get resolved, but man, oh man, it just keeps coming at you, doesn't it? Just day after day after day. We'll get to a little Epstein a little while ago. But before we do that, let's talk about Hunter. Oh my goodness gracious. Did you see Hunter Biden's recent interview? Oh my gosh. This guy is the gift that keeps on giving. What in the hell? He just won't go away. I mean, holy cow. Daddykins, I mean, I don't know. He's dealing with some cancer. We don't wish cancer even on our worst enemies. But, our former president, hard to believe even to say that, but yeah, President 46, I guess, technically, Joseph Robinette Biden, I think he just got a nice $10 million book deal for an advance of his memoirs, or maybe it'll be the re-memoirs. He's got to remember a lot of things. I don't know if old Joe can do that anymore, but holy cow, Hunter, he came out swinging. It was, I mean, wow. Talk about a tour de force, folks. I think the thing's like 2 hours long, but you can skip through it. Oh my gosh. It is crazy. It is just complete crazy. And I'm watching this and you just watch this. It's an exercise in, okay, they say, did God really make humans in his image, or we made somebody else's image? I mean, it's like, oh my God. So many lies, so much deception, so much adversarialness. And then, oh yeah, talking about fair and balanced. Oh yeah, I mean, he starts talking a little foreign policy towards the end, and he almost gets a little truthful. Whoa. And then he kind of rips on some people in the Democrat Party, kind of gets a little truthful. Like, yeah, he even rips on George Clooney, and I love it. God, so there's parts of it, I just can't stand Hunter, and I hate him, and I wish he'd just tell the truth, like, I mean, you're the guy you're knocking up strippers and you're banging your sister-in-law and you're getting all this money for being on, what was it, like 12 different boards, folks? 12 different boards. Was this guy qualified to be on a one? Be it Amtrak or Burisma or Catholic Charities or whatever. Was he qualified to be on a one, or is he just there because he was Biden? I mean, again, I don't want to talk about Hunter anymore. Hunter is one of these many characters that's horrible to the American children. You said crime doesn't pay? I don't know. There's a lot of people out there, and crime kind of does pay, or they eventually get away with it, or they just get a little slap on the wrist. That's Hunter. So if you're ever bored, I mean, just you go down that rabbit hole and watch that interview. It is crazy. I love when he rips on Clooney. He rips on a lot of Democrat operatives like David Axelrod and James Carville. James Carville hasn't won a race in 40 years or whatever. He says 30 years. It's very funny. And James Carville was handed everything in 1992. James Carville and Stephanopoulos and Paul Bagler, whatever their name is, they didn't win that thing. That thing was all from the top down, and we've always mentioned that because it's always a special place in my heart. 1992. Anyway, but he talks about how his father did 52 years. Logan, 52 years of service. 52 years of service for this country. Oh my God. Yeah, 50 plus years of corruption, graft. I mean, wow. The Biden family, because he's got, two brothers, Frank and James, and I mean, it's 20 LLCs, over 20 limited liability corporations. Are they a real company? Maybe one is, I don't know, one might actually be a building company, a construction company. But very few of them, I think, are real companies. They're just legal entities to move money around, shell games to make basically, launder money to make it legal. So everybody, just whatever. So there's Hunter, and of course, he's got his beautiful things, the beautiful people. And he's talking about his addictions, talking about the laptop. Did you ever admit, Hunter, that the laptop was not Russian disinformation? I mean, this really became the thing for the Democrats for years. Like, anything you want to blame it on? Oh, it's Russian disinformation. Russians, under the bed, under the pillow. Oh my God, the Russians. We're going to get to Russia Gate a little bit later, talking about President Obama. That was a little funny too with the Hunter interview. He's kind of he rips on Clooney, rips on David Axelrod. It's like David Axelrod, if for those who don't know, that was, I think Obama, Biden, that was a campaign manager. That come on now, and he rips on him. It's like whoa, 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 whoa. You don't think when David Axelrod publicly, and this was last year, folks, I want to say it was spring 2024-ish, came out publicly, and he, in a very nice way, he was so nice to then sitting President Joe Biden. He goes, well, maybe the president should think about stepping aside and letting someone else come in, and maybe, and he was almost like publicly pleading with President Biden at the time to step down. I mean, it was crazy. It was bizarre. I mean, this man clearly, did not have his faculties all there. Occasionally, I don't know if they gave him a Red Bull or something, man, he was fired up. And kind of grumpy old man thing. But, that debate, and of course, Hunter was all full of excuses. Oh, my dad was on Ambien and this and that. No, he's just too old, son. He's just too old, okay? And your dad got you a lot of nice things. Your dad's connections. Bush put you on the board of Amtrak, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it's just Bush got one of the brothers, a nice multi-billion dollar deal to rebuild something in Baghdad, Iraq after the, Iraq war. Was it ever built? We hope so. And I think there's a Biden compound somewhere out in the Caribbean, not far from Epstein Island. What? Is that true? I don't know. Crazy stuff, folks. Crazy stuff. And then, he starts talking foreign policy and Israel and all this interesting stuff, and a little bit about Bibi, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay, this is not too bad. I may even sort of agree with a couple things. What? Wait, what? Me? I'm agreeing with Hunter? Whoa, is hell freezing over? Whoa. So kind of crazy stuff there. But defensive for Daddykins, who again is still making money. And we wish former President Biden all the best dealing with his cancer. Nobody wants anybody to have cancer. But yeah, I was with Andrew Callahan, and he tries to be sympathetic with Hunter, and it worked. And Hunter's just dropping F-bombs here and there and everywhere. And the kicker is that Hunter's talking about running for president. I mean, maybe it sort of seems like, well, if I was president, I would invade El Salvador and I would do this. And they're like, oh, please. Oh, please, Hunter, run. Please run. Oh, Biden in 2028. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh, folks. Is this world gone completely nuts or what? I mean, I could have said that years ago, but it is getting nuttier and nuttier all the darn time. And we're going to move on to some other things here. We're going to get to some Epstein coming up here, and some other crazy things here. A lot of interesting crypto legislation. What do you think of crypto, folks? I mean, it seems like it's here to stay. It seems like blockchain technology is here to stay. The Genius Act passed, folks. I mean, it was really interesting. It passed the Senate back in June 17th, 68 to 30 vote, and the House on July 17th. That was 308 to a 122 vote. So some Democrats voted for that. And you got to remember, who was one of the Democrats' biggest donors just a few years back? Other than George Soros, who was it? Was it Sam Bankman-Fried? Was that his name? Sam Bankman-Fried or Friedman? Sam I am. Where is Sam? Is he behind bars? I don't know if he is. Oh my gosh, he better be. He got himself in a little bit of trouble there. The crypto king he was for a little bit of time. I don't know what to tell you about crypto. I don't like it, folks. I don't know if I believe in it, trust it. I worry it's another step in digitizing money. I don't want a cashless society. I know some of you are getting used to it, using these debit cards and cards here, cards there. You're taking your phones, right, and touching other people's phones or some Vimo thing. And like, I'm an old school guy. I'm a Gen Xer, and some of us are hip and into it, and some of us aren't. But I just got a couple basic questions, all right? Call me a caveman. Say I'm just a knuckle-dragging Neanderthal, okay? Maybe, all right. But the thing is, whatever digital coin, which is no real coin, folks, it's all just verbiage, right? it requires electricity. It requires computerization. So if you have a power outage or you have a hacker, can't they, in theory, just kind of go, boop, and then what? I mean, everything that's important in life that's digital, don't you kind of want a paper trail of it somewhere? I mean, I don't know. Put in the comments below if I'm just a moron. Maybe I'm just a moron. I don't know, understand this crypto stuff. But kind of wild. And you notice that the tally of that vote, 308 to 122. So that was a little bit bipartisan there in the House. Kind of interesting in these, in these times where everybody hates everybody and everything's polarized. So somebody's the wheels are getting greased, as they say, folks. So the Genius Act, Stablecoin Act, all very interesting. I know a lot of people are really into this. Again, I'll just say here to be on both sides of this at the same time, folks. So if you are all pro crypto, his name is Michael Saylor. Okay, look him up. The way he talks, like he's like a cult leader. I mean, he's really into this stuff. Okay. So he's real big on it, right? And then there's a guy out there who's also been big in the financial world, Jim Chanos. He has been shorting Bitcoin and other cryptos lately. So that's a guy who's on the other side. Shorting means you think it's going to go down in value. Okay, Saylor's he's more like, hey, if the dips, you buy that dip because it's going to the moon. It's going to the moon. I don't know what to tell you, folks. Coin, it's COIN. They're real interesting one to watch. I like to watch them as a stock. They handle various coins. I like to watch them as they move. It's going to be interesting here. They recently hit a peak over $400. You can just put up a chart of coin sometime if you're into that kind of stuff. Real interesting. It looks like to me like it's going to be dipping down here a little bit. How far down? I don't know. By the end of the year, maybe it could be back up to maybe back to over $410, maybe up to $500. Who knows what's going to happen? Just complete insanity. So I don't think we're done at all talking about crypto. And obviously the president and the president's family seems to be very pro-crypto. There's some things he says like he doesn't want a digital dollar, which I like that. Then he's also very pro-crypto at the same time. So I'm still trying to figure all that out, folks. And it is, of course, totally fascinating. So we're not done with crypto. Crypto will definitely be something that's coming back into the conversation. But man, oh man, we handled a little bit of Hunter, and that was crazy, and that's complete nutty. How about Epstein? It just does not go away. I mean, when Donald Trump says this is a Democrat hoax, like, Mr. President, please, Mr. President, don't talk this way because you're not sounding very good, sir. I mean, are you saying because you were a Democrat in the early '90s? Is that what you're saying? He gave a lot of money to Democrat candidates when you were back in the day when you were hanging out with this guy. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. This is just crazy, folks. Alan Dershowitz, the high-powered attorney, also someone accused of being a part of the Epstein circle and basically accused of being a client, if you will, who got out of that, and the accuser then changed her mind. Very interesting and, well, dare I say, suspicious circumstances, but apparently was a mistaken identity type thing. And so Alan Dershowitz, he covers his tuchus a bit, but recently he was on TMZ and he's talking about a pardon. I mean, I don't know when the show's going to air, folks. We're doing this in late July. I mean, my goodness. What? Talking about a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell? Are you freaking kidding me? I think a 20-year sentence was way too light. Why didn't she get a 40-year sentence? I mean, she's ruined people's lives. I mean, how much damage she's done is really what we really don't really fully know. It is fully amazing. I mean, I see these sycophants, these people who are just, I don't know what you want to call them, Trump bots or bots that want to like clean this up and like push it off to the side. Do you really think that's going to happen? Do you really think? I mean, it's weird. I mean, even CNN had a poll. Oh, it's only like 1% of MAGA really cares about Epstein. Like what? Only 1%? I mean, look, I just want to get to the point here. If Ghislaine Maxwell is pardoned, if she is freed for any reason here, you probably could kiss the midterms goodbye. You could just kiss them goodbye. I mean, midterms is a hurdle. It is a real hurdle in politics for all presidents, okay? It's not 100%, but it's a real hurdle And anyway, it's coming up pretty quick here, folks. So I don't know. And some people wonder, is Trump even going to last? Is he going to really make it, through January of 2029? Is he really going to be here and passing the baton to the next president of the United States? I mean, maybe he's just sick and tired of this whole thing, because I some of his words, verbiage, I don't understand, folks. This is not, I repeat, this is not, Mr. President, a Democrat hoax. There may be other hoaxes. We're going to get to Russiagate in just a second here, but this is not a hoax, sir. Very questionable things have happened between Leslie Wexner and Jeffrey Epstein. Someone's in your cabinet right now, Secretary Lutnick. He's actually a neighbor of Jeffrey Epstein. So many people, you and some people around you have spent some time with Epstein and Maxwell over the years. Bill Clinton, okay? Ghislaine was actually at his daughter's wedding. This isn't made up. This isn't pie in the sky. Pull it on the internet, pull it out of your tuchus and just make it up. Look it up. Anybody, go ahead, go look it up. Supposedly one of the smartest human beings in the world, not with us anymore, Stephen Hawking, had some connection to this guy. Wait, what? Supposedly this guy was in all kinds of genetic stuff and wanted his genes to go forward, and transhumanism. And then what was he doing in New Mexico at his place in New Mexico? I mean, there's all kinds of bizarre things here. Eric Weinstein is one of the few people that talks pretty plain and direct. He catches himself here and there on a few things, but he met with Epstein, I think, at least once. And that's something worth watching if you have any real doubts about Jeffrey Epstein. And is Epstein dead? I sure hope he's dead. But this whole thing, the video footage we're seeing, we're not seeing anything. What are we seeing? This is just insane to the membrane. Again, that woman should never walk, okay? She got a 20-year sentence, but, this really I find very, very disturbing, And for me, and I would say the average person out there, you look at this. Conspiracy theorists have been mocked for years and made fun of and this and that. You look at this Epstein-Maxwell thing. I mean, this is kind of like a string, man. You just pull that string, and all of a sudden, there it is. There it is. It's both parties. It's powerful people that give money to both parties. I bickered with people over social media, and they're like, oh, look at Trump. And I'm like, well, yeah, and then where was your guy? Where was Biden administration? Well, they couldn't do this, and everybody's making excuses. This side's making excuses. This side. See, maybe the truth is, he's just talking about nuclear war. Maybe it's mutual assured destruction. Maybe there's enough high-powered people on both sides of the political aisle, both sides of the donor aisle, okay? Maybe it's this big-name hedge fund people, big-name people on Wall Street that are the highest, and bankers that are being protected at the highest levels. Anyway, folks, we're not done with Epstein. This ain't going to go away. This is something that's going to keep going and going and going. So we've talked some Hunter, we've talked some Epstein, we've talked about the Genius Act. A lot of just crazy stuff going on here, so I wanna though one more political thing, and then we'll try to end on a positive note if we can do that. So what's going on? This is great. Tulsi Gabbard, she's coming out, and they're saying that like many of us wonder that did the Obama and his people, John Brennan and Comey, and they're all just trying to set this Russiagate thing to spy on then candidate. And then new president, Donald Trump, back in 16 during the campaign, and then early part of 17. I mean, what's really going on? I mean, many of us on the right tend to believe that stuff, that, sure, they abuse power. Sure, they do lots of spying on people. But as you come out with all this now, I mean, you're not going to overpromise and underdeliver again, are you? I mean, this is getting very frustrating here. Remember when you came in, Mr. President, you said, in 24 hours, we're going to stop this war in Ukraine and Russia. Well, that didn't happen, and now you want to support Ukraine? This guy's a joke, Zelensky. He literally was an actor, and he's literally suspended. That's right, Democrats, suspended elections in his country, huh? What? You say you're for democracy? No, you're not. This guy, talking about a dictator, that guy's a dictator. It's dictator versus dictator. So people got to understand something. We all like to think of this good guys versus bad guys. You know what? Sometimes it's bad guys versus bad guys. And you can pick which side maybe is worse, which side maybe you can live with, the devil you can live with versus devil you hate more. I mean, you can do that game. But sometimes, folks, it's bad guys versus bad guys. It's really a sad situation that we have right now. All right. So a little bit of politics, but a little bit of Hollywood. Eddington, I think, is what the movie's called. It's out now. Unfortunately, I have not seen it. It stars Joaquin Phoenix. It stars Pedro Pascal. And it's in a small town, I think, in Texas. And it's supposed to be 2020. And it's supposed to really deal with a lot of our modern day political woes with these two characters. And I don't know if they're running for mayor or they're running for some local office there. So more on that later. I hope I get to see it. I'll try to give you a movie review. If you have seen Eddington, please put your review, thumbs up or thumbs down, in the comments below. I would love to know what you think. And I just want to say, let's end on a high note, okay? So I wasn't there, darn it. Some family of mine were not too far from it, though. In Joliet, or do you say Joliet, Illinois, just recently, Bill Murray made an appearance. He's handing out hot dogs to everybody. And it's a wonderful thing. Bill is an Illinois guy, as you know. I think he's originally from Wilmette, Illinois. It's a little bit north of there, but he's down there. He's a part owner of, I think it's a minor league baseball team called the Slammers, if I'm not mistaken. And he was handing out hot dogs to everybody and taking pictures with people. So awesome. If you were there, you're lucky. I'm jealous. I'd love to meet Bill Murray. I guess he's one of these movie stars, not like the pretentious Leonardo DiCaprio, not pretentious guy like that, but a guy really gets out there and meets people. And supposedly so many sightings of Bill Murray, meeting people, buying people drinks at bars and hanging out with people at ball games and whatnot. So that's a cool thing. And it's definitely, that's Americana. That's Americana, I think. And Bill, I don't think Bill's forgotten where he comes from. All right, everybody. God bless you. God bless America. Let's hope we can keep this great country together. And you have a great day. God bless.